Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for the fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. None of the information presented in this video or by VGIRLTV should be taken as fact. Every situation is based on personal experience. Image Boutique is located in the Centro Comercial de los Pueblos Mall, located in Panama City, just 15 minutes away from Tocumen Airport. We specialize in hair care, wig extensions, and much more. Come visit us. Hi guys, welcome to our live. First of all, guys, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in, because you know we usually go live on Tuesdays, right? But we are live on Friday, and you guys have been waiting patiently for our guests. Okay, so thank you so much for everyone who is tuning in, and people who are coming in the live, and everyone who will be catching this on the replay, and to everyone who will be listening on the VGIRL podcast. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for coming by. I know this weekend is the Panamanian parade in New York. And some of you guys, shout out to Oski, amazing Oski, you are on your way to the Panamanian parade. But first of all, can you guys hear me? I want to make sure that you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? In the comment section, let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Okay, perfect. Okay, so guys, YouTube is playing with me. YouTube is playing me right now. So you guys, some of you guys are complaining that you guys are not getting my alerts. So the first thing I need you guys to do is go down to the website, www.VGIRLTV.com. The website is live. Sign up for the newsletter. Your email address, so that way we can send you the alerts ourselves, because you know we are trying to put Panama on the map. We are trying to do things, okay, and unfortunately YouTube is not letting me be great. So I want to be able to connect with you guys one-on-one personally. Okay, so if you have not done so, go to www.VGIRLTV.com and subscribe to the website just by join the mailing list. I shouldn't say subscribe to the website. Okay, another thing that I do want to talk about is there is a forum really quickly before we jump into the meat, and I'm also giving people enough time to sign in, to log in, okay? Because I know some of you guys are always late, and then you come in and you ask questions that we already answered. So I just want to get through this real quick. The website. So for those of you who've been asking, how can you give donations? On the website, you can give donations. That goes directly to the channel. I'm sorry. So I don't have to go through YouTube to get the donations. So if you are interested in that, you can go to the website and donate directly through the website. Okay. Another thing that I want to let you guys know, for those of you who were in the live, I want to say 2 lives ago, where I had Delano, who is running for Representante de Colón. I actually had a meeting with him yesterday, and I have decided that for Christmas, I'm going to do a toy drive, guys. So I don't know how this is going to work out, okay, but I am going to collect donations for those of you who want to sponsor a child, because I definitely want to conduct a give back to the children of Colón. We're going to give away gifts, and if there is more money left over, we can have a little party, but it just depends on how much we get. So the donation link would be through GoFundMe. You guys will know exactly where your money is going. We'll have receipts. I'm actually going to do a video when we go shopping, so you guys are going to be fully aware of where the money is going, okay? And also, people who have small businesses and want to advertise on the channel, you guys can do that also. We are advertising. We have packages for small and large businesses, okay? How do you go about doing that? On the website, there is a section on the website that says advertise with us. There you can submit your contact information, let us know what size business you are, what kind of services you want, and we can also provide those services where you can advertise directly on my platform. You don't want to be late because we are growing. Sis is growing, okay? Now, okay, I know you guys been waiting for this. Okay, so for those of you who do not know who this person is, this is the time that you are going to know, okay? This guest is the pioneer of reggae en español, okay? Translation for my people in the Caribbean, my Guyanese people that are logged in, reggae in Spanish, okay? I'm gonna play, his tune, a little bit of his tune, because I don't want to get copywritten by YouTube, because his music is copywritten, so I can only play a little bit, but I'm gonna play one of his famous songs, okay, and get you guys a little bit familiar, just in case you're not familiar. Here we go. Why are they doing this? Okay. Okay, so that's just a little bit of what we're gonna give because, YouTube don't play. So I'm going to welcome my guest. Yes, put the lighters up in the comment section, y'all. I'm gonna welcome my guest, Renato. Yeah.
What's up? How's everyone?
Let me tell you something. I just want to tell you that people were literally excited for you to be here, okay? Can you see the comment section? People are very excited. They've been waiting for this since I started promoting it, which I started promoting it last week, okay? So how did this come about? So I think 3 lives ago, you came up in the conversation, and we were talking about, the conversation was about being black in Panama. And everybody, and you came up in the conversation, and I was like, guys, this guy, Renato, is the most humblest person. He's so nice. He is very sweet. When you get to know him in person, I don't know what people perceive you to be, but I'm just speaking from my personal experience with you. He is the most humblest person, the nicest person that you would ever meet. And I said, you know what? I got to get him on my channel. So I stalked him, okay? I stalked him for 3 weeks, okay? I would always see him randomly, and it was like when I started looking for him, I couldn't find him. I emailed him. He didn't respond, and then you know what? I got his phone number, and I called him like, hey, he's like, who is this? And I'm like, oh, this is Shayna from Pretty Image. I've been trying to get in contact with you for the longest. But he's here, okay? So introduce yourself.
Well, what can I say? I'm Renato from Panama. I used to live in the canal zone, what they call the part of Panama, where we, most West Indians, we grew up, most of us grew up in a ex zona del canal, come from Pedro Miguel, así que, hi people.
Okay. Somebody said that their favorite song is El Más Sensual.
Lenin Saldaña.
Yes. All right. So yes, big up the B Squad. Okay. Well, wow, we got people from South Carolina. So one of the things that I wanted to ask you is this. So as you said that most of the people that is from San Miguel, that was from San Miguel in that time, they were mostly Caribbean and West Indian people, right? Where was your parents from? Were they Panamanian?
Oh yeah, okay. My grandmother from my dad's part is from Barbados. All right. So we from Pedro Miguel. My mother's part, I don't remember much. I know I heard that they had from my mother's part, I know they have Jamaican and a Colombian mix, something like that. You know, Jamaican mixed with I don't I don't get in much into it, but the when I was growing up, I asked him why I have this name because my name is Leonardo Renato Alder, and it has like some kind of a Portuguese and Italian and then, no, your grandma, your dad's mother is from Barbados, and they got a lot of influence from England and those places, and they had me so mixed up. But I come from the zone. This guy just growing up talking English, and then I had to learn Spanish.
That's like a lot of people's story. My grandmother said the same thing. My grandmother said in her time, my grandmother, she died now, but rest in peace to her. She never used to speak Spanish good, although she was Panamanian. She didn't speak Spanish too good. And I used to be like, Grandma, how you Panamanian and you don't know how to speak Spanish? And she always used to say, well, because I went to the English school. And so around that, well, my grandmother was from Cologne. So around that time, they literally, all the Caribbean people and West Indian people mostly stuck together. So I guess that's why she never felt the need to learn how to speak Spanish,
Yes.
because there was no need to speak it. Now, I want to get into the music, right? At what age did you know that you wanted to start singing? Was that something you always knew that you wanted to do, or that's something that just came about?
Okay, I I gotta be real. I wanted to be an NFL player, National Football League player, American football, because that's what we used to play in Pedro Miguel. That's what we used to play there. We used to play a lot of basketball, baseball, American football, tennis. So I wanted to be a sports guy, but I used to like to dance and stuff, and I wanted to be this DJ stuff. So when I moved to Panama, I got more into it. When I moved to Panama in 79, 78, 79, and I knew these guys, and I got friends like Reggae Sam and Ricky and Everest. And then I got to know Franquito, que es el general, and we was like groups, you know what I'm saying? And then I was in a group of flow show. We used to do like imitating these soul singers, and then I used to sing the songs because I wanted to sing. So I used to sing songs. People be hearing me like, hey, he's singing. He's not, the song's playing, but he's singing. And everything, like I had my dance group, man. We used to dance break dance and all this stuff, electro, and we used to do all of stuff. Then I started getting a little bit famous for DJ, and may he rest in peace, a guy called Wasabanga that used to be the famous DJ of all Rio Bajo, all over. Everybody used to run him down so he could, play his music, because he used to play a lot of calypso and a lot of Latin stuff. But then came reggae, because in Panama they didn't used to play reggae. The only reggae you could hear once in a full bloom was like Bob Marley, Third World, Gregory Isaac, uh, what else? I think Josie West. I don't remember. Because then after, when I started to sing, the dance hall came in with Yellow Man. You know what I'm saying? So I started as a DJ, and Wasabanga showed me how to speak on the instrumental side of these songs that used to come from Jamaica, because he used to play certain songs, and because those days Harry Belafonte was the greatest Caribbean singer, and he used to play a lot of those soca stuff. And so when he would put on reggae, he used to use the reggae like to speak to the people. And yeah, baby, you got to move your ass and you got to do this. And, la cintura, you got to move your waist. And so he showed me how to start to do that. Then after I started to leave my dancing group because I used to do some tapes with some guy tapes, not MP3 tapes. And I tried to sing, I tried to say some stuff and sing on the instrumentals. So when I noticed that they had a singer from Jamaica singing in English and Spanish, I said, wow.
Who is that person? Who is that
uh, uh,
singer?
Peter Metro. I think his name is Peter Metro. And then I heard this guy and I said, hey, I can do that. But this guy told me, no, no, not in English, not in English. Hablo español, do it in Spanish. Nothing in English because they had Reggae Sam. Reggae Sam used to sing in English. So I want to start singing in Spanish, but bad Spanish, horrible Spanish. And I do some stuff in Spanish. Then after we saw that everybody was interested in what we was doing, we start doing songs for the bus drivers, the school bus drivers and the bus drivers in Panama. Because remember, the bus in Panama used to have music. They used to be our radios. Instead of hearing radio, everybody used to jump on the bus and ride around. And that's how I started. I started as a DJ and following instructions from Wasabanga, and then I start mixing up stuff and learning from other people.
Um, Lenin Saldana wants to know. Oh wait, I missed the comment. How old were you when you started?
Oh, when I
Oh,
moved
here we
when I
go.
moved to from Panama to from the canal zone to Riobao, I think I had 18. I had 18. I was going for 19. I had 18. So it was a long time ago, a really long time ago, and I thank God I'm still alive because
Amen. Yes.
because when like what you were saying before, when we started this, we had a lot of discrimination because they thought, this guy's black, this guy has to be a criminal or something like that. They didn't know I was going to white man school. I used to go to St. Mary's School in Balboa. You know
Oh
what I'm saying? I went to
wow.
St. Mary's School. Then after they took me out of St. Mary's School to put me in a school in Panama to learn Spanish called La Escuela Venezuela. You know what I'm saying? So that's how everything started.
He said he grew up in the colegiales. Okay, so what was that? What made you decide? Why didn't you sing salsa? Why didn't you sing another genre? Why? What made you say no? I understand the backstory and how you got into it, but what made you say no, 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 no? This is what I'm gonna sing. I want to do this.
Well, I'm black, so I used to like soul music. All what I had. Everybody used to be like, we was we were in love with Michael Jackson. We wanted to be Michael Jackson to dance and all the stuff. And then you got Gladys Knight and the Pips, the Manhattans, Barry White, Commodores, and you're like, wow. And I wanted to be like those artists. But um I we didn't have nobody to play that type of music. And the only instrumental we had was reggae instrumental.
Okay.
So it's like, let's do this stuff. And we tried this stuff and it started to work. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't sing salsa in those days because I didn't had a good I couldn't speak Spanish so good. I'm losing my English now because I speak Spanish, but in those days I didn't used to speak Spanish good, horrible. And people used to laugh at me because I used to say certain words and that didn't add up. So it's like what you want to do. So I stayed in what I like. I liked it reggae. I started to play as DJ reggae because the reggae didn't used to play on the radio stations in Panama. So we made it what you call we made it a movie, like, Simuna Moda. You know what I'm saying?
A style.
Yeah, we made it a style. We made it bigger than the style because now people are hearing it in the buses. Now the DJs on the radio station like, I don't want to put on that music, but that's what's playing. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
That's what is in the dance. So I'm a DJ of one of the greatest disco mobile, one of the greatest disco, electro disco. And I'm playing reggae music and people like, wow, this is nice. You know what I'm saying? Because we had all type of music except reggae. They used to
Right.
play Haitian music, merengue, salsa, you know what I'm saying, jam music, English music, rock music, pop, not pop because they didn't have it pop in those days, rock music. And then now this new rhythm style was different. First it started with roots and culture. Then after when Yellow Man and these guys Slacky Tidy and these guys start doing these rhythms that was like more dance, you could dance to these rhythms, you know what I'm saying? And we heard this style. I said, I want to jump on this song and this instrumental and see what I can do. So I started like imitating and be like, Yellow Man had a song like Zungo Zungo, I said Zungo Zungo in
Zumba
Espanol.
zumba ga zumba 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 zumba. That one, yes. Uh huh.
And anytime that he's had a song like he had a train. I'm leaving on a jet plane. And that is in Spanish, me voy a viajar y no sé si voy a regresar. En Brani fue en Panam. You know what I'm saying? So I used to like try to do stuff like what this guy used to do in English, but I didn't know it was going to be a big hit, because we were so Jamaican style. We were so admirer of Jamaican that Reggae Sam was used to still sing in English, and people was like go to see Reggae Sam on stage and singing in English, and everybody wants to sing in English. And then I started the Spanish stuff, and then when it started getting popular, because people understand what you're saying, it's like, damn, I had a great hit. I had a big hit called "Que lo que el Denny puede hacer." It was like a little version of what the hell the police can do. So when this song hit in the buses, a guy from a radio station, I will always say the guy's name. We call him El Bambi. He used to work in a radio station called Bebe Stereo. That used to play only like Panamanian music and soft music. You know what I'm saying? He used to play like combo nacionales, national combos and those stuff. So El Bambi liked the song, you know what I'm saying? Hector Tuñón liked the song called El Denny. So he had like about a minute of the song and he put it on the radio. And then it was a great hit. So they called my manager, my boss. Hey, I want 800 copies of the new song that Renato did called Denny. And my boss like, which song you talking about? And then he called me, hey, come here. People are asking for this song. I said the song that I sing last week in when we was in the disco and like, man, but we don't even you don't have that instrument. I said no. I said a friend gave me a piece of an instrumental loop of a song that was going to come out the next year. So the song did not, because what I heard first was what the hell the police can do, and then came out Babylon Boots. So it was like this guy had a 45, right, saying not for sale. It like promotional use. I think that's what he said. And I used a piece of that instrumental to do what we did. So it was like a big hit, and everybody wanted a piece of it. So everybody wanted to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it got to be uh how can I say it was so nice. What was going? We like, oh, this is nice. And people start like, shouting me out and what Renato, sign me an autograph, and they're like, what's going on? And then after the TV station saw what was coming, and Channel 13 said, come on, boys, we're gonna put you on shows, on TVs, and you know what happened.
Right. So who was part of the boys that you were the crew? It was you and General was part
Reggae
of it.
style, reggae. Ta Franquito, Reggae Sam, it was me and other guys that didn't used to sing much, like Mario, Gregorio Bellamy, that was the kid in those days. That is a pastor right now. Raul Patterson was in the group. That is a pastor too. Everett and other guys and Kenny and other guys that are in the States. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Daniel, guys that live in the States right now. So all these guys, were part of our group because we had different groups, right? I started Renato La Cuatro Estrellas, then the PPS and the Panama Pacific Stars, and then is Renato alone now. I'm singing and stuff. Franquito went to the States, and then it started to get so popular here in Panama that then after came out everybody else to start singing, and then they had this bunch of um, disco trying to get their own singer. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was trying to get their own singer because they're like, okay, electro disco has Renato, the guy that started, but I want to have my own. So people start looking for other artists and making other artists.
Mm, it makes sense. Lenin Saldano said, "I'm 25 and a trans femme. I want to start making reggae. Repping Panama. What was your songwriting process?"
It was hard because when I did La Chica Los Dos Cafe, it wasn't a copy. So it wasn't a translation. I had to sit down and think what was I going to write on this rhythm that they gave to me. A guy that, rest in peace, Digital West. The guy said, "Look, I got a piece of an instrumental of a song of Peter Metro. I don't know." And I said, "What, Peter Metro?" I said, "Come on, yeah, man." So I heard instrumental, but we did, it was like a piece, a loop. So we had to make it longer. So we brought in a musician to play it and to play something like this song called Don't Run Him Down. But my songs sounds different. Why? Because we had to play it and we didn't have that Jamaican essential music way. But it sounds almost the same. The different that the Jamaican rhythm instrumental is heavier. So we did La Chica Los Ojos Café. That was the second song, and it was a big hit. So
Yes.
my boss like, uh-oh, this is not normal because you did like a mini translation. It was a hit, but now you did a whole song, and now it's in Costa Rica, in Colombia, Argentina. It's a big hit all over, and different artists are singing it. So this thing's gonna be serious. So, but I didn't want to stop DJing because I was so popular as a DJ. I didn't want to stop. So I kept on playing a lot of Jamaican music. And what we did, like our disco was based on reggae music. So we used to play everything that came to Panama, music like from digital, Bobby Digital songs, and Stevie and Clevie instrumentals and Bobby. I get all those songs. So when I used to start and I used to play these songs and I said, everybody's go outside. Oh, come on, come in. This is electro disco. Right now is the fee is $1. Later on it will be $5. But I'm playing Jamaican music and people are coming into the dance hearing Jamaican music. So that's what got everybody like, what, this music? And they still had the discos that didn't allow the DJs to play reggae because
Why?
because it was like a culture stuff. Everybody was in salsa and merengue, and that was the music of the adults. You know what I'm saying? But the kids, we didn't have a music for us. We didn't have
Right.
something for us. We was hearing all of our dads and granddaddies music, and we had to hear what they used to hear, and like in those days, they had a bunch of artists that if I say their names, you like, you know what I'm saying? And those were artists that we we used to hear because we were kids. Daniel Santos. What the, you know what I'm saying? I used to hear Daniel Santos and okay, I gotta hear Daniel Santos. But I'm a DJ, so I gotta play the music. Then after came like the other guys from salsa, you know what I'm saying? Like Hector Lavoe and Oscar de Leon and, and Ruben Blaze and all these guys. But the reggae was going up. So now it's not me alone playing reggae music in the dance hall. Now they have five, six different great discos playing reggae music in their dances. So everybody like, hey, I want to go to party and you know what I'm saying? Because we had Chicho Man came out, Nando Boom came out, Nessie Los Sensacionales. So now it's not only Renato, you know what I'm saying? Now we got Gabby, we got a lot of guys like Cocoman. Now, Cocoman one of the first white guys that start singing in Panama because all of us were black. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like the thing is growing and growing and growing. And then certain TV stations tried to knock us out, saying that this was a 5-year stuff, that this was music for criminals and maleantes and this and that. And then we came on the TV to fight our case. They didn't know what to do because I was from St. Mary's School and I was going to another school. The guys used to be studying, you know what I'm saying? People like university. So how you going to talk about us since we are in school? We are good guys. We're not bad guys. You know what I'm saying? We're not robbing. We're not stealing. We're not killing. We're not doing nothing. And we used to do music that way. We used to do dance music, music that women could dance and sing and men could dance and sing. It's okay. It's different now, but in those days we used to do a lot of nice songs. So we would do like a translation or use part of Jamaican songs or lyrics or what? No, not lyrics, melody of these guys. But we should put our lyrics. Exactly what happened with the Asian songs. The Asian
Yes.
songs, we put Spanish lyrics to their songs, but it's not what they're talking about and not what they're
Exactly.
singing. So they will say, we will say something else. We say something nasty,
Like
but
they
we
be
will say,
like they be like tortillera
yeah,
no
yeah, yeah, yeah,
tortilla.
all those stuff, because we didn't understand what they were saying. So people didn't understand what was going on. We have a Jamaican influence. We didn't wanted to do this with to like to steal anything from Jamaica because we love Jamaica.
Exactly.
Panamanians love Jamaica. We all the artists came to Panama. You know what I'm saying? We love Jamaican. We still love Jamaican, and we are like part of our family is from Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? The difference is that we are in a country that speaks Spanish.
Exactly. All right. Jay Alberto says, how did you or the Panamanian DJs get access to dancehall instrumental rhythms back then?
Okay, first they had these guys that used to sell the records. And then I used to work in a place called Palacio Musical. So when this guy called the Jew, he was a Jewish guy, Jacobo Jerez, they're telling him like, hey, this is the new music that hitting in the States. He was like, I don't want this. I said, no, 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 give me this. We will sell it. And I start selling reggae music. So now everybody's getting the music. But after that, they call a guy named Glenn came to Panama, and he was a Jamaican. And he said, "Look, I'm selling 45s and 12 inches." I said, give me all of it. I said, what? I said, give me all of it. Because we was the number one disco of the country because we used to play where rich, like where poor people used to go and party. You know what I'm saying? Where the ghetto. We used to play in the ghetto. Let's say that way better. We used to play in the ghetto. So I wanted all the music to play for the ghetto. So we had all the reggae music, man. So when we start DJing, and then after the other G's like, hey Renato, you got this song? Oh, what? Where can I get one? I said Glenn selling. So Glenn started to bring a lot of copies, and but first he would come to me like, hey, this is what I have. I'm like, oh, this. I want this. I want this. I want this. And then after that, he would like go to the other guys, and the other guy would tell him what Renato buy. When he bought this, or I want the same thing that he bought, because that's what I'm going to play. because everybody knew that what electro disco was going to play from Louis Philip, because he was the owner, because he was a white guy, but he wasn't like a black man. What this guy buying is going to be a hit. So we start playing music of all these singers, the Yellow Man, and then Peter Metro, and Ninja Man. You know what I'm saying? Johnny P, Captain Barkley, and we start playing the music of all these Jamaicans, Junior Demus, Chaka Demus, and it started getting so popular that the white people got into the reggae stuff. You know what I'm saying? White people want to dance it, and now it's a big hit. So what we started, people will say always say that, but why the Puerto Ricans now are making money off of it? Because we were black. We have to talk,
Wait, all
and
right, but before we get into that, because I do want to get into that, I'm definitely going to talk about that. But before we get to that, I want to tell you that. So 2 years ago, I made a video on YouTube about basically talking about how reggaeton originated from Panama, right? I'm trying to look for the video right now. Let me tell you, I got so, and the reason why I did this video is because Buju Banton, I'm gonna play the clip for you, and I'm gonna say this before I start. I love Buju. Buju is one of my favorite reggae artists from, I'm talking about Jamaican artists. He is my favorite, but when I seen this clip that he interviewed with Winfred, I think his name is, he's a host in Jamaica. And when I seen this clip, it kind of hurt my feelings. And I'm gonna play the clip for everybody. I'm gonna let everybody see it, and then we'll go into it,
And
okay?
they pay respect. And I like the reggaeton people who teach reggae music from we and call it reggaeton. I would have never been able to come here and invite us to work with them in no capacity. It's just one click, yeah? Because we saw it coming from the days of El General, when them do Little Lenny, Pum Pum Nani Nani, in a Spanish. Everybody laugh. But it went on till we see them our them own satellite, and look at we still down here.
Numbers are humongous. There are numbers out there.
We know there are gonna be culture vultures, but we have to protect and keep this strong.
As the original.
Yes.
An originator.
Yes.
All right. So another time.
How do
Okay.
you feel when you see something like this?
well, I understand what Butch is saying, but I think he was trying to talk. He was talking more about the Puerto Rican, because we didn't steal anything from the Jamaicans. We are from your family from the Jamaicans. What happened is that El General was in a Jamaican record label. You know what I'm saying? He did those songs with VP Records. So
I never knew that.
come on, they give him the instrumentals. You know what I'm saying? Baptista and these guys, they did a lot of songs with Reggae Sam. What happened is that I understand Buju, because Buju is talking about why Panamanians did wanted to sing with Jamaicans, but most Jamaicans didn't know about us and were like, sing with you, and because we did it, but some of them didn't want it to do it because they didn't know what's going on. They were like, nah, let me stay with our style. But when it got to be a big hit, I understand what Buju's saying, because Buju's saying that now these guys are calling it reggaeton. We didn't call it reggaeton.
Right.
We call it reggae en español. So reggae. We still call it reggae. If you hear some of my songs, I say reggae. Estamos cantando reggae. Cafumando says reggae. But we say reggae en español. We don't say reggaeton. We didn't steal anything. All right. They have to have the little problem that they have with Jamaicans, with Puerto Ricans. They gotta fix that stuff, because Puerto Ricans, they make the money that we didn't make.
Right.
El General opened a lot of doors, right? After I opened the door, General came through it. All right, we all understand that. I didn't make no money. You know what I'm saying? I haven't made no money, but I'm still singing. You know what I'm saying? I'm still doing my job. All right, but the Puerto Rican, they saw this as a big industry, and they put the money. They had the visas. They could go and come anywhere in the world. Not us.
Exactly.
Now
Exactly.
we couldn't do that. We didn't have people to invest in black people because they were like, no, these are black guys, and nobody wanted to invest in us. We make a lot of big hits without even putting money out in radio station. Because La Chica Los Ojos Café was a great hit without paying money. You know what I'm saying? Pásame la botella without Pásame la botella was 2 years in the a year and a half, 2 years, a big hit before I think Universal came and took it, and it got to be a global hit. Exactly what happened to Nigga. Nigga had that song about 2 years before it hit in Mexico, and then he got the Grammys. But we always said it was reggae. We are part of Jamaica. We are not copycats. You know what I'm saying? So we learned from the Jamaicans and we did something else. We learned from the Jamaicans. If the Puerto Rican don't want to say that they learned from us, that's something else. I'm talking about us and the Jamaican. We learned from the Jamaican. I learned because I heard Peter Metro. Peter Metro used to sing in English and Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So he had a song called Fisherman Hunting that Peter Metro started. Si tú sabes que esto es amor, está como un helado. Mi vida, yo no quiero eso. That his song, that's a Jamaican guy singing in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? And I went to a fisherman hunting. You know what I'm saying? So we learn from the Jamaicans. And I understand Buju. Buju is like, they are making the money and we are not making the money that they're making. Well, Jamaicans have to go England and Japan and to make, but they don't charge what Daddy Yankee charge. They don't charge what Bad Bunny charged, $500,000 to a concert. And
Correct.
the only Jamaican that almost reached that was the Jamaican that everybody admired in Panama, Sean Paul. Sean Paul was like, in American
Marin Market.
market, you know what I'm saying? So Sean Paul was great and he was charging, I know, high prices, but I never thought, I never think he reached so high, you know what I'm saying? So I understand what Buju is feeling. And most Jamaican must feel, yeah, this guy started something that we're not getting benefit over it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody admires now, and now the Puerto Rican talk about Jamaica, that they admire Jamaica, that they heard Jamaican songs, and yeah, but Panama did it before. Panama, look, we have to talk how it is. In Puerto Rico, they didn't used to play reggae. They started playing. They used to do rap. They used to do.
Exactly.
They used to do rap, and we give them the respect that they were the first in rap. They got to fight with the los españoles because the people from España say they were the first in rap. Puerto Rico, they say they were first in rap. So I would go more to say is Puerto Rico started rap. We was not rap singers. We was reggae singers. We used to sing reggae, but in Spanish.
Right.
And we, you know what I'm saying? We used to do our stuff and talk about the girls and how they move their body and stuff. And you know what I'm saying? It
Well,
doesn't. Uh-huh.
I want to actually, because that video that I did, it actually did numbers, and I want to go through some of the comments from that video. And a lot of people were really, 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 really angry about that video. Okay?
Why?
You'll see. Because, let me see if you can hear it. Ever heard, or I was never really respected disrespected from the viewers, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Whatever. So fast forward to what I was saying about today, the conversation. I had a message from my friend. And
Well, I can't hear it, so.
you know, I want you to listen to this. So basically, and let's go to the comment section, okay? People in the comment section, I'm from Panama. No Panamanian would dare say that reggae was born in Panama. It would be silly and disrespectful. What we do affirm is that Panamanians were the first to sing reggae in espanol. Our musical culture today includes the reggae music of Jamaica, but always giving respect and our gratitude to Jamaica for giving us and teaching us a part of their culture. Reggae music is from Jamaica, and that will never be a topic of discussion. But what ended up happening is the Puerto Ricans got involved in this, and they basically said that they did not. I'm looking for the comments that basically they did not take reggaeton did not come from Panama. Basically, okay, that you guys can go through it. I'll leave the link to the. I don't want to take up this whole.
I heard about that already, but let me explain. They did learn from us, and some of them, you know, you could ask that Yankee and Ivy Queen and the old guys, and Nicky Jam said it. We learned from Panama. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Nicky Jam said it. They learned from Panama. We learned from Jamaica. So we learned from Jamaica, and they learned from us. And J Balvin and these guys learned from Panama because Colombia. Look, we went first to Colombia and Costa Rica, all the Panamanian artists. Those are the two countries, the two nearby countries. So if somebody wants to, all right, Puerto Ricans are the number one. Nobody's going to deny that. They did an industry of what we started.
Correct.
They had the money, they had the ways, they had everything. We didn't have. And we didn't know how to do it, and they did it. We have to give them the respect. You know what I'm saying? So, if the Jamaicans are hurt about that, they gotta talk to the Puerto Rico, because we, the Panamanian, have never disrespect Jamaican. We always, and I'm saying it because I'm the first one to start singing in Spanish. Mm-hmm. We learn from the Jamaicans, and I'm saying it loud and clear. One of the first reggae singers that I heard singing in Spanish, it was just a piece, but it was enough to make me say, I'm going to do this. Peter Metro. I will always give him the respect. You know what I'm saying? All of us grew up hearing Bob Marley, Rita Marley. You know what I'm saying? One Draw. We heard Yellow Man Reggae Calypso. You know what I'm saying? We grew up with nice Jamaican music called reggae. So we will say in our songs, yo canto reggae en español, but we never made it a brand. The Puerto Rican made a brand, and they took out the español.
Yes.
And put reggaeton. And they made it a brand. That's the way of them. That's the way that they think. They did a brand. Some Jamaicans love it, and they sing with Puerto Ricans. I don't see. We have been bringing Jamaicans for years to Panama.
Correct.
Years. And I've never heard nobody say, hey, me I'm from Jamaica, me want to do a song with Renato.
Yes.
I want to do a song with any one of them. Johnny P, look, I can say it, and all the people from Panama knows it. I made Johnny P a big hit here in Panama. I made Johnny P here in Panama. I don't know about England. I did Johnny P here a big hit. Shabba Ranks, I made him a big hit. I made a lot of Jamaican. They come and they get their money and they go home. They don't know. Nobody tells them the story. Hey, the guy that hit Jamaican songs here in Panama is this guy.
And that's why it was so important for me to get you, because me saying whatever I was saying, and I took a hit, okay? People came for me, they came for my head, they said, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, all kind of stuff. And all I was really trying to do was for people to know, to put Panama back on the map. I feel like Panama does not get the respect that they deserve, especially when it comes to the older artists. the veterans, you're a pioneer, so I'm going to refer to you as a pioneer, and it was so important for me to get you on here to explain your side, to explain where you came from. And I'm actually going to save this and I'm going to keep it so other people later on can come back and watch it. So I'm so happy that you decided to do this. Like, I appreciate it. Fernando Dunbar said, one of the main problem is that we as Panamanians do not stick together. Some people may get upset for what I say, but es la verdad.
Look, it's something funny that what he just said. Look, do you know that I got the keys of the city of Honduras, of one of Honduras city, La Ceiba. I got the keys from Panama this year. I'm a big hit in Central America and certain countries in South America. But much kids in the United States don't know my music. The fathers do, but not the kids. Why? Because we don't promote our country, or we don't show our kids, hey, this was made in Panama. This started in Panama. You know, everybody knows about Mariano Rivera. Everybody knows about Roberto Duran and about Ruben Blades. But we got to show our kids, look, this guy that has his Spotify, that was the guy that started this. And this is the other guys, Nessie Los Sensacionales, Nando Boom. This, learn about your culture. You know what I'm saying? People don't know. The kids don't. I go to states to parties and I will sing two songs and people, hey, and the kids were like, who the hell is this guy? You know what I'm saying? But here in Panama or in Central America, it's different. They know who I am and they give me my respect. So, you know, when I go to Nicaragua, pack. The dances are packed. You can go to my Instagram and you can see Renato 507 and you will see a lot of videos that faces packed. You know what I'm saying? I go to Costa Rica, packed. I go to the States, show's all right, but it's not packed. Where are the Panamanians? If we have 100,000 Panamanians in the US, they should come together. I know people will say that, okay, I do my stuff. The one from Orlando do their stuff. The one from New York do their stuff. The one from LA do their stuff. They got to get together one day, everybody that does venues, and say, well, let's do this once a year together. Once a year. And divide the profits once a year. But let us show our kids where the reggae started. It's not Sech. Sech is one of the representative of our youth right now. You know what I'm saying? Bosa. These are the guys that are coming up from Panama. But the kids of the US need to know how it started, where it started. You know, we like Jamaican music and we like Puerto Rican music. We don't have no problem with nobody. We don't have no problem with nobody. You know, look, Daddy Yankee, and I made a great hit of Daddy Yankee songs. Nobody, hey, no, I used to play Anuel and nobody knew who the hell was Anuel. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of DJs can testify and say, oh, that artist, Renato, who make him a great hit here in Panama. And if you hit, I'm sure, if you hit in Panama, you hit all over the world. All the planes have to stop here in Panama. People turn on the radio. You know what I'm saying? And
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go. I'm sorry.
So we are not disrespectful to Jamaica. Never. You know, we love Jamaica. We are part of Jamaica, a part of Africa. So what you said, we the black people came from Africa. All right.
Exactly.
So you have to acknowledge where you come from and you know how you started this stuff. And we have to give respect to everybody, and even to the Puerto Ricans. But we started this stuff. You know what I'm saying? La Chica Loso Cafe broke barriers. And after that came the general. And he broke more barriers. You know what I'm saying? And everybody like, wow, what's this rhythm? This rhythm came from Panama. This style of singing came from Panama. And we learned it from Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about 1980, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. You know what I'm saying? It started in Panama and it grew up and now it's a bombshell. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's making money except the Panamanian.
So El Mosto liquor store said, but El General is so popular all over the world and he's black. So I think what she's trying to say is, how was he able to break barriers being black and from Panama and no one else was able to
Because he
do
was in
that?
the States. Remember, he was in,
Ah,
all right, hear this. He was in the United States of America when his first hit came out. And when his song came out, Shabarank songs was a big hit in the United States. So when he took out, when Shabarank said Gallo Good, he took out Te Ves Buena. It was the Spanish version of that song. When he took out, Little Lenny took out, Little Lenny, boom, boom, mommy, mommy. You know what I'm saying? He took out the versions of the songs that was a great hit in the United States, in New York, and it went all over Latin America. If I sure if La Chica Los Ojos Cafe was made in the United States, I
yes.
would be rich. I would have been rich, but I was in Latin America. Okay, let's check this out. If you want to make money in Spotify, you got to be a hit in the United States
That's true.
because
That's true.
they don't count Central America.
That
They
is
don't
true.
pay. They don't pay much for Central America.
You're not
But if
lying,
your
because
if your
you're not
song hit,
lying.
if your song hit in the U.S. and people from the U.S. start downloading your song, like my new song called Rebótalo, it's Spotify, and everybody starts. Let me check Rebótalo. Okay, let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. How much money Sech made on Spotify? Why? Because his song was a great hit in Miami, New York, LA, and he had 2 years, people hearing his song, 2, 3 years, and he wait, and then they say, okay, here's your $1 million, your $2 million, or I don't remember how much it was. Because he hit in the United States, and now he's a great big artist representing Panama.
She said Black Bob Marley is black, but I do want to say something about Bob Marley.
Who?
Bob Marley was not even respected by Jamaicans like that until after he passed away. When Bob Marley started, and this is just, if you don't have to believe me, you can just check that up on your own. When Bob Marley was singing concerts, he wasn't singing to people like us. He didn't blow up until after he passed away. That's just a fun fact to know.
Well,
Um,
I don't think that's right. Why? Because I saw concerts of Bob Marley. I think it was in New York. I saw a concert when I was
who was
much
in the
younger.
concert? Who
I
was
don't
in the
remember.
concert?
It was
What
no, it
kind of
was
what kind of people?
white and black. A lot of white, and but yeah,
Exactly.
he had a lot.
Exactly.
He had a lot of white people. Okay, people say there was hippies because
Exactly.
he was in the movement of peace and love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it
But what
was
I'm saying
full.
is,
It was
but it wasn't, there was only a small majority of white hippies during that era, right? So that's not the majority of people in the United States.
no.
Exactly. So it's just like here in Panama. Like, let's say if you perform here in Panama, yes, your concerts will be sold out here in Panama, but that is just that's a small majority in a minority. So I just wanted to point that out. Liz D says, I agree, not knowing the history hurts. If you follow how folks migrate, then you understand where the influence comes from.
Yeah, look. In the United States, look at this guy that was in prison for so much years, getting Oman. He told me that he started almost the same time with us. I don't know how old he is because I'm 60. He started almost the same time with us, but he started in the States, right? And then they start playing reggae music. You know what I'm saying? They started to do the same thing, but in Panama it blew up. You know what I'm saying? It blew up in Panama because we had so much influence from Jamaica. So much people coming to Panama. So much artists comes to Panama. Panama, man, for a little country, we get visit so much from big artists. You know what I'm saying? So Panama es la cuna de reggae in Spanish, pero la cuna of reggae is Jamaica. We learn from Jamaica. And a lot of us always say in our interviews, no, man, my granddad is from Jamaica. My cousin is from Jamaica. Or my aunt is from Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Because that's it. We are mixed. You know what I'm saying? We should be we should be one country, man. I don't know what to say because it's the kids. The kids see things differently. They see things for style. If right now, let's say 5,000 Panamanians go in and say, hey, this is what's happening right now about Panama, everybody would jump in. Everybody would jump in, jump in, jump in, jump in, jump in. You know what I'm saying? That's how they work, the kids. We work a different way. We want to find out what's going on, what's this, what's that. Because when we speak to our kids, we want to be we want to have the right. Queremos tener la razón. So before we open your mouth, and like, what you talking about? No, okay. Reggae started in Puerto Rico. No, 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 no. Reggae started in Jamaica. I'm from Jamaica, Panama. I'm from Panama, Puerto Rico, Colombia. What you want to say? You know what I'm saying? You got to tell your children what's going on and how it started. We Jamaica, Panama, Puerto Rico, lo, Colombia, Honduras, anywhere you want to talk about.
Belinda Babe said maybe there's an issue of copyright settlement and royalties on intellectual properties. Going forward, it may be good to get an entertainment lawyer or international lawyer to settle cases and deals.
Bueno, ya el derecho de autor ya está hecho. All the deals and all the stuff are made already. What is happening now with the Jamaican music that is no Jamaicans right now got to give a shout out to DJ Khaled. Because Khaled is the only American that's doing stuff with Jamaicans
Right.
and giving him
Correct.
the and giving the Jamaican the respect. You know what I'm saying? He's the only one. Much other record labels are not calling Jamaicans to do anything. The
That is
Khaled,
correct.
and that's why the Khaled is so famous. Oh, he take with Panamanian, with Panama, Jamaicans, because he tries to find out what's going on, and he learns, and he like, oh, this is. I started. Let me go look for the guys. So he went to look for Sisla, Bojo, and he looks for the guys, the veterans. If you look something, you don't see the Khaled looking for the young Jamaican singers.
Right.
He looks for the veterans. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because he wants the people to know these are the guys that started this stuff in Jamaica. It's hard it's hard to see people making millions off of something that you started, and because your country is not united, you're not making the money, or you're not because when you go out of Panama and they ask you in Belize, where you from? You say Panama. So I'm from Panama. When you go to Nicaragua, I'm from Panama. When you go to Costa Rica, I'm from Panama. You go to Colombia, I'm from Panama. So it's like, you're from Panama, but why are you not rich? That's the question they always ask. Why you guys are not rich? And sometimes I tell people, we may have a little fault in it. Yes, we do. We didn't know how to do the things the right way. We got robbed. A lot of people got robbed. And like all artists, people sign bad contracts, and that happened in the United States, happened in Panama, and everywhere. But we are not fighting for money. It's a recognition, so people
Right.
can find out. My grandchildren can find out that my granddaddy was the one that started something that I'm hearing right now of the singers that I like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
they could like Bad Bunny, they could like Daddy Yankee, but how these guys started, who they heard, how it started, when it started. You know what I'm saying? People, I see a lot of podcasts, people saying lies, and I'm like, hey, how old are you? I'm 60. So if
Right.
you started when I started, how old you were. You're supposed to
Exactly.
be, or you're supposed to be older than I, or almost 55. When I see people that had 40 years saying, yeah, because Renato, I used to sing, I say, 20 years. If I had 19 or 20 when I started, you were 10, you was 9, 8.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? You crazy? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So people tell lies, and I just laugh and I don't say nothing because I'm not gonna fight for something that's past. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna give the knowledge, give the
Right.
people the knowledge of what's happening, how it started, and soon you're gonna see a interview of mine on MTV, and you'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I hope everything
Excuse me, you on VGIRL TV, okay? Don't play. Don't try to make it seem like MTV is better than VGIRL TV. Excuse you.
no. See that?
Thank
No,
you,
no.
Alexis S, for the super chat.
What you
Please let him know that VGIRL TV is popping, guys, because he must not know. Okay?
Yeah. No, what you're doing is so fine. So it's nice, because it's gonna stay on YouTube. So nobody
Yes.
can say that, oh no, she didn't check it out on YouTube. We are not talking bad about nobody. No.
Right.
We're saying how
Guys, in order for this video to go viral, I need you guys to hit the like button, okay? So if you're in the live right now, you need to hit the like button so this video can go viral. So please make sure you hit the like button, guys. The more times you hit the like button and the more you share the video, it'll be accessible to more people and it will show up on other people's feeds. So make sure you guys are hitting the like button because this video needs to go viral. It needs to go viral, okay? Because people know the truth. People need to know the truth. I got cursed out for 2 years, okay? People told me I didn't know what I was talking about. They called me a liar. They told me I needed to go back and do my research. They told me everything you could think of under the sun. I was called, and I just left it like it is because I knew that one day the truth was gonna come out. So the truth has came out. All right. Let's look in the comment section and see what people are saying. V-Girl, were your grandparents from Jamaica? Okay, so my mom is Panamanian. My grandmother was Panamanian, but my great grandmother was Jamaican. And then on my mom's side, and then on my dad's side, my dad is Panamanian. My grandmother was Panamanian. My grandmother's mother was from Jamaica, and her husband was from Brazil, or something like that. So that's my
yeah, we are mixed.
That's my history. All right. So how do you feel about the music today? Because honestly speaking, I'm not talking about anybody. I'm just saying I'm not really feeling the new sound that's really coming out of Panama. There are certain artists that I do, listen to more or less, but for the most part, I don't feel like it has that authentic reggae feel. It sounds more like hip hop maybe, R&B-ish a little bit. The only person that I knew that was doing reggae in espanol was Original Fat. And he stopped making. I don't know what's going on with him, but I used to like him when he used to sing songs. He was doing something like close to what you were doing. I remember when he came out with the song like Alkaline with what's that guy's name again? You know that song? I don't even want to be cursing, but he was the last person that was doing like what I would say similar Spanish reggae.
Let me tell you what's happened. With my son, before my son died, he made a few songs and in R&B rhythms, right?
Okay, but his son name was El Kid. Okay, I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't know how sensitive it was to you, but since you brought it up,
if you're talking about them, you got to talk about him.
Okay,
So,
okay.
El Kid, Mark, you know what I'm saying? Marcó la tendencia. He marked what was coming out, what's Sesh and all these guys are doing right now. But what happened is that he divided his music in 3 ways. He did is their own music. Rastaloid did his music, reggae music. They did like a mix of R&B and pop music, and then they did like an English type ballad music. That's why when you hear like songs like Porno Star and uh, Enamorame, you're like, wow, it's each one is different. And he had so much songs that people used to love because now adults are hearing his songs and they
Right.
like his songs. So these guys took it and they made it in their ways too. You know what I'm saying? But Sech found out that the La Canela, because they what they call it La Canela, they started my son started a trend, right? And they started stuff called Canela. But when Sech found out that when you put a pound of beat or dembo, what you call it, on the bottom of your song is going to be a great hit. He did that with a Colombian guy, and that was it. Boom, big hit. And now he's with that rhythm. You know, he's not turning back. Other guy that did it was Bosa. Bosa used to do that kind of a hip hop stuff and mixed with soul R&B, and they rap on it. And then boom, it changed, and he's making money. But these guys, they like to do it because they're making money here in Panama. They don't care. They're making money, so they're not going to stop. They're going to make money. Some of them might start doing international stuff or commercial stuff, but the majority of them they're going to keep on doing this stuff while they're doing because it's making them make money here in Panama. So that's what they're doing. They are like in this trending topic change of music. What except guys like me and that we do Afrobeat, right? And Kafubantan are still in the same way singing his Jamaican style and with Afrobeat and stuff. How much some other guys have been doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? What happened to Original Fat is that he wanted to be between the artists that are right now in the top. So he sings songs for the kids, and that's what they like. You know what I'm saying? They like that stuff.
I liked
So
it too, though. I liked it, but I don't know what's happening. Okay, so women in Spanish reggae, what's up with the females? Why
okay,
aren't the females at the forefront? And then the females that are at the forefront in today's day and age, you really can't get to admire the talent because all you see is nakedness. So they are, because back in the day, women you never used to be like, you know,
yeah, but
exposed.
that was back in the days when they had La Atrevida, Lady Anne, you know what I'm saying, Kerry Bell, Mommy K, all those women that are grand, you know what I'm saying. What happened is that the girls right now they're doing the same thing that Karol G and Cardi B is doing. They see these
Got you.
girls half naked singing, so they're gonna sing half naked.
Right.
It's not their fault. They're doing things that their manager tell them to do.
Got you.
Because if you got a beautiful girl singing a song and she's with a lot of clothes, ah, she looks nice, but but if you got that beautiful girls half naked, oh, look at this girl. Oh, she looks so nice. Oh, look at her ass. Look at the tits. Oh, yeah, she sings nice, but they look about everything else first. You know what I'm saying? And then she get followers because right now the world is working with followers and who's trending and this and that and that and this. So, but we got a lot of nice girl singers. We got Anjuri, that's the number one. We got Carlianis, Doris, and I don't remember the other girls' names because much of them are not so, but a lot of girls are coming up to it. Because when I started this about 20 years ago, I talked to some girls to start female artists They didn't want to do what I was telling them. Them tell me, no, I'm not going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then came Destiny Childs because I started to do that stuff before Destiny Childs. And then the girl said, oh, we would have done what you said. I said, now you want to do it. Too late. You got to wait for la otra camada, the next, that are coming in line. And then now we have those. And now they're different.
Okay, I have to address this comment, okay? Most of the liquor store said you was not popular because you have been a black man. So now you're saying it's because you okay. So being
What
black, she said you said that you was not popular because of you being a black man. And now you're saying it's because you wasn't in the US. So I think what she's missing the point of that in those times being black was a disadvantage. Like people weren't they were looking at black men as gangsters, okay? The music that they were singing were gangsters, so they didn't get that opportunity.
Let me answer fast.
Okay. Go
All right.
ahead.
Franquito and I was in the same group. He went to the States. I'm here in Panama. I make a great hit, but nobody in the States knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I am black, and I'm getting attacked by radio stations, by TV stations, that this music is for ghetto people. But he's in the States. Now everybody in the States, it's something new. Wow. This guy is singing in Spanish because New York has a lot of reggae followers in English, but now in Spanish. So now the Dominicanos, the Puerto Ricans, the Panamanians are all hearing him. It's like, wow, something's new, but it happened already in Panama. You know what I'm saying? It's two different stuff. You know what I'm saying? If I said it already, if I did that song in the United States, I would be rich. But I did it here in Panama. And everybody knows what happens in Panama. And when I started to sing, I used to get paid $50. $50. Sometimes I had to sing in a corner. Because when I went to certain white people's, places, and they're like, all right, let him sing over there. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, or what about this, I've been discriminated, but I'm cool. I'm not worried about it. I kept on, you know what I'm saying? I never had somebody to say that. My manager was an owner of a disco, a mobile disco, and he wasn't like a rich guy. So he couldn't do like, all right, let's invest $50,000 in Renato and his videos. And no, we couldn't do that. We didn't have no money. But in the States, when it get to be a great hit, they say, oh, now we can invest. They got people that put the money and boom, everything happened. You know what I'm saying? If I told you already, if I was in the States, it would be different, but I wasn't in the States. You cannot compare Panama. Now we are about 5 million people. When I was getting to be starting, we had about 2 million people in Panama all alone. About 2 million. You know what I'm saying? How much people live in the States? How
Right.
much? You cannot compare, not even in music, how much money you make just to make one hit. You only need one hit in the United States of America. One. You get one hit and you make money. They have artists in the States that made 1 or 2 hits, and what they did, oh, I'm gonna be a producer. I don't want to tour. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? People don't, don't study. They don't check the stuff the right way.
Fernando Dunbar says, we as Panamanian, I think we don't realize how blessed and talented we are. We are truly blessed. We contributed so much, not only musically, but in a lot of different areas. One example is Panama Al Brown. Lenin Saldana said, no disrespect to my women from Panama in the industry, but the girls from Panama need to step up in the game. I mean, they need to do a healthier, be in shape, or get a BBL. You know what? I am done. He said, And Judy, question mark. All right. Black American Royalty says, has Afrobeats made its way into Panama? I
Yeah.
think Italian Somali, I think that's his name. He does that well. What would you
Oh,
say?
a lot of us we started the Afrobeat years ago, about 17 to 2017. So yes, Afrobeat is a big hit in Panama. They don't understand much of the songs, but we DJs, we play Afrobeat in Panama. Afrobeat is a big hit.
GS said that's pop. Carol G and all that girls, what they are doing is pop music. Okay, so he's basically saying it's not reggae and it's not reggae.
Carol
It's
G
pop
just
music.
reggaeton. She does reggaeton. She does pop. She does all the things. I got Cardi B on reggaeton too.
But what differentiates reggaeton from reggae? Because they all using that dembo beat.
Yeah, it's the same thing. All they say is that they put a name to it. They did a name brand, and they did different type of music. All right, that's no problem. But uh, it's not the same. It's to me the same thing because it's the same thing. You're using a beat that was made from a reggae musician, and you're singing in Spanish.
Zenet said,
If you want to
oh, go
mix,
ahead.
if you want to mix other rhythm like Dominican rhythms and Colombian rhythms and Panamanian rhythms in all, that's how music takes another steps.
Zenet said, es el tema de Duboisky, ¿Qué te pasa a ti? Yes, that's the song. Thank you, because I couldn't remember the name of the song at all. All right, people are arguing in the chat. Okay, Lennon said, Aynuri from Panama is not that girl. She's doing it. Yes, she is. Is she that girl? Not to me. Okay.
Yeah, but she's the number one. She's the number one singer right now in Panama is Judy. She's number one, and she looks like Cardi B style. You know, she does. So
she gives me Shensia more so. She definitely gives me Shensia. Like she's trying to be like Shensia.
Yeah, and Cardi B, Shensia, the same thing. You know, they look the same.
Exactly. Exactly. Remember, we're two movements. One in New York and two in Panama. That's true. Because the Panamanians in New York are definitely different from the Panamanians in here in Panama. Because I remember growing up, Chicho Man was always in New York because he was actually friends with my cousin. And so his music was always being played in New York because he was always in the States. So now that I'm thinking about it, what you're saying is very true. It's very true. Let's go through the comments. In the Chorillo, okay. Let's see. Okay, wow. So the comment section is going crazy, guys. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button so that this video can go viral. Okay, we need to make sure that this video goes viral. Now that you're in the industry and you have a lot of connections to people like, newer artists and stuff like that, one of the questions that I always ask is why don't these artists put black girls in their videos?
Okay, I put black girls in my video, but
we're not talking about you. We know you always putting black girls in your video. I'm talking about these newer age because, I'm gonna give you an example. Whatchamacallit? Oh my God, we was just talking about him. Kafu Bantan did a song about Jamaica, and I'm looking at the video and I see a white girl in the video, and I'm just like, how you doing a video about Jamaica and you have a white girl in the video? And I noticed that a lot of these artists, when they do videos, they don't have black women in the video.
Why? Because some of the black girls here in Panama don't want to come out in videos. One.
Got you.
Two, some of them charge too much. Because they think, remember, we are not making the money that Bad Bunny and these guys are making. So when a girl tells you like, yo no quiero salir si no me da 200. See, I don't get $200, $100, you're like, But in República Dominicana, these guys make videos and don't even have to pay. Girls come to their videos free, and nobody can tell me I'm lying because I know it. Because some artists tell me, I might pay 2 or 1, but that's it. The others are free. That's why they do a lot of videos in the street. You know what I'm saying? That
Mm.
check out. You see, they do a lot of videos in the street. So black girls in Panama, muchas, some of them think like, oh, I am this, so you gotta. If you want me, you gotta pay this. Or if you so, what you gotta do? You gotta go to who you can go to. So if you call a girl right now, a white girl or Spanish, and a black girl, you tell her, "Hey, I got $50." The white girl, will, okay. The black girl, dame más. So what you gonna do?
It's good to hear the other side because on the outside looking in, it looks very much like colorism.
No,
And I have,
and then the other stuff. If you tell these girls, I want you to put on this so that part of your ass will be shown, it's all right. But if you tell a black girl, oh no, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I never, but you do it on Sundays in the beach, free. People see you in people see you in bikini in the beach all the time. You don't gain a nickel. So what's up?
okay, that's fair because I definitely, like I said, I have said this numerous times. Everybody on my channel knows that I go off and I'm like, yeah, they don't be having black girls in their videos and da 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 da. But it's good to hear the other side. So I apologize, guys. Okay, you're hearing me apologize for being judgy. I heard it directly as the reason why. So I stand corrected. So let's talk about your new music, okay? Let's talk about. Don't be laughing, Liz. Don't laugh, okay? Don't laugh at me, okay? I can admit when I'm wrong, okay? It may hurt a little bit, but I can admit it. Let's talk about your new music. What? First of all, I want to talk about your performance in La Salle.
You were there?
I wasn't there, but I saw in the video.
You mean piece of video that I put up? No, that
Yes,
was
I seen the video, and they
what
were turned up.
what I do. I always do in the videos. I try to sing songs of our other singers that are not singing no more. Like El General, I always do how you call it? I always give big respect to El General, to Chicho Man. I always like to do that, and I make people understand where the reggae come from. And I say, do you remember this artist? And people are like, yeah, let's sing a song of this artist. Let's do this. And I do it all the time because I remember one time Oscar de Leon, the salsa singer, told me, hey, why you guys don't sing songs of the other guys that, in your type of music? I said, no, we don't do that. He said, you got to do it. We salsa guys do it. And I said, like, and as a DJ, I check it out. I said, hey, yeah, all of them do it. The merengue guys sing songs of their own, and some of the other. And I said, okay, let's do it. And that was you don't see hey, you should see the other video singing in my sensual and La Chica Lo Cafe. People are screaming and kids too kids that know the songs. So it's like I'm happy, you know what I'm saying? I get some little gigs, you know what I'm saying? But it's like the people in Panama know who I am. But the people in the United States that are Panamanian, just their fathers, but the kids don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? The kids they might see me like, he sings. They don't know. So for them to know, you got to tell them, go in Spotify, look for Renato 507, not Renato no more because they have too much Renato in Brazil and Italy. So look for Renato 507 in YouTube and in Spotify. If you want to go Apple Music, and you'll find me. You put the year and you'll find the songs because I got a lot of new songs. I got a song called Rebótalo. That's like a Jamaican style song. I got Perreo. I got La Traicionera. I got videos, and in about tomorrow, I think I'm supposed to get one of my new videos called Perreo Eo, and then next week I might get Rebótalo. And if you see the stuff in my Instagram, you see black girls, you see Spanish and black. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I know that you be represented. I'm talking about other people. But that your chicas de los ojos café, I had did a video with my daughter. It's so funny because you're saying that people in the States don't listen to it, but that video because that's what they call my daughter because she has like chocolate brown eyes. So her babysitter sings that song to her all the time. So one day I was on Instagram and I did a reel. You know, reels on Instagrams is what's moving now. That video did numbers just because of the song. So I don't think you realize that. So you need to get on TikTok. Okay, you need to get on TikTok because that song is doing numbers.
I just opened a TikTok, Renato Alder, my name, and I haven't. I got TikTok, but I haven't put a lot of videos up. I'm gonna start from today to put because people are sending me videos of Rebotale.
Exactly.
And so I'm gonna get the videos that people are sending me that these girls are dancing my new songs, and I'm gonna put it on TikTok. So my
Yes.
TikTok is Renato Alder AULDER. You know what I'm saying? My Instagram is Renato507. It's together. But my YouTube is Renato space 507. You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to do my TikTok with my same name, and another guy took it. So
You could do underscore Renato underscore 507. You know the line on the bottom. You could do
yeah,
that.
but I did it. I did it. I did Renato all that already. So there's nobody with my same name like that.
Panama Black 507 says, "Are you the one that made Enfermo de Amor and Chica de los Ojos Café?"
No, no. Enfermo de Amor, it was Nando Boom. La Chica Los Dos Café, that's about 2 years before that. The 2 to 3 years before Enfermo de Amor. That's mine. La Chica Los Dos Café is mine.
Let's see. Renato, ¿cuál es la primera canción de reggae dancehall latina?
Danzar, made in Spanish, I think is mine, El Denny, not La Chica Los Dos Café. It would have to be El Denny because that was dancehall music. And then what then after came my songs, and then after came Chicho Man. There were a lot of songs that came out after El Denny.
Bedina Babe says, Panama tourism is on the rise, which can increase music business success if the parties and shows are extended to tourists who want to turn up. Many will return and recommend for others. Renato 507.
Thanks.
Somebody said, a Yuri le falta mucho, pero es la número uno en Panamá. Es la realidad. No hay más mujeres. Ojalá salgan más pues. It's so crazy that I see people in here speaking Spanish. Because majority of the people that follow me on YouTube, they're mostly people from the States. So every time I see people in here typing in Spanish, I'm like, where are they from? Are they from Panama? It's weird.
That's nice. That's nice. Pero mira, Anjuri is the number one. I think number two is Doris Musica. She's white. Carlianis is black too. She's the number three. But they got more, but they're not so famous because they try to work in this I can say they don't go much to venues right now. They're not so popular. You know what I'm saying? So
It's hard. Morris Campbell says El Tiempo Estudiantil, I believe, was the first.
no, el tiempo estudiantil es de Eric. That was years after. That was like 88, I think 87, 88. El tiempo estudiantil es de Eric, 88, 87, 88.
Jen Williams says, Renato, I don't know if you can answer this question, but why Panamanian black artists don't use black models in their videos? You just answered it, but.
Okay, why we don't use mostly black? We don't have much black girls that want to be in videos. One, we don't have a lot of black dancers. We don't have, because in Panama, most Spanish girls like to dance and have choreography and stuff. And um, most black girls that can do video charge too much. They want too much money, and our market is not a market that has a lot of money, that makes a lot of money. So the white girls will go for less money, and they'll be glad to be in the video. Yeah, I wish I could go Trinidad. I always wanted to go to
Book him.
Trinidad.
Nigel, book him. You want him to come to Trinidad to mash up the place? Book him. If people are interested in booking you for a show, where can they find you? How can they get in contact with you?
Oh, well, my number is in Facebook. You can find me as Renato Alder, or my number is 66815470. Man, because I sing soca, I sing everything, reggae, soca. Man, I always tell people from my family, I want to find out. I want to see my family from Barbados and find out what family I have in Jamaica, because I know I have family in Jamaica. And I want to find out because I think I have family in Trinidad. I don't remember what my grandmother told me, because people from Barbados have family in Trinidad, and Trinidad have family. You know what I'm saying? Because they're in the Caribbean. So I got since my two grandmother passed away, I never could finish ask
The question.
that question.
Panama Black 507 PTY said, how did reggae change when it was brought to Panama? When it was brought to Panama from Jamaica, aside from the language, do the beats differ considerably?
Yeah, it changed because we used to hear it as a way of hearing stories from Bob Marley, that talking about what's happening with the black people, right? So we were hearing Bob Marley, and then we start Third World, and then we start hearing the romantic side of the reggae from Gregory Isaac. Bam! Then came Yellow Man with this kind of a boop, 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 these rhythms that was more like to dance. The other rhythm was like you will hear them, you'll understand, you'll sing them, but most people wouldn't dance to the rhythm. But when Yellow Man came in and all these dance rhythm came in, everybody like, wow, this is nice. So we as DJ, we start playing it, singing on it, and doing a lot of stuff, and everybody loved it, and that's what's on.
Okay. Cabdel said, Renato, ¿sabe de la versión que hicieron en África de la chica de los ojos café en los 90s? En los 90, sorry.
No, I never heard it. If you haven't, send it to me.
Okay, I don't know if this person speaks English because they're writing in Spanish, so I don't know.
Bueno,
no
yo
idea.
no sé, yo no sabía que había una versión de la chica de los cafés en África en los 90. No lo sé. I don't know. I know they have it in merengue, because I know they have it in merengue. Cumbia, I know they have it in cumbia.
Do you get
merengue.
rights for that? Do you have rights for that?
I'm fighting with the person that registered my song without me, and that's why I haven't do remix of La Chica Los Ojos Café, because of that problem that we have. I get part of my money from what happens through the United States, but the certain parts they register it, and we haven't fight much because too much money for what?
I got you. Jen says, Lennon Saldana says I'm watching my VGIRL, my girl V. Thank you. I love y'all. Like, you guys, Honestly speaking, there's times when I feel like I'm about to quit YouTube, but you guys are the reasons why I really keep pushing because this is hard. Okay, creating content is so hard. Zame se Panamá tiene que estar más unidos.
Es verdad, we got to be more united. Tenemos que estar más unidos, but how can you do it when everybody is, wow.
Rick B says
hard.
it's hard. Yeah, Rick B says, are there any official documentaries about reggae in Panama? It is needed, especially with legends such as Renato. Let me tell you guys, okay? If I get hooked up with the right people, I will do the documentary. If I'm able, first of all, it was hard to even get him. So getting all these other
Why?
because they don't all right, it is hard. Let me tell you why.
Why?
No, not you. Well, it was hard for me to get you because I was tracking you down for the longest, but I'm saying trying to get in contact with all these other artists is hard, especially when people don't know me. Like, if you don't know me, I'm gonna give you an example, and my subscribers already know this. I have a friend that is the owner of a Caribbean magazine, and I've told this story before, so if you guys have been in my live, you already know that. So you don't know because this is your first time. So he is, that magazine that he always has like big artists. He has like big artists from the Caribbeans on this magazine. So Patrice from Trinidad is on this latest cover. You have Vibes Cartel was on the cover, Dexter Daps, a whole bunch of people were on the cover of this magazine. So he reached out to me and he said, Shayna, I need you to get me a Panamanian artist for my magazine because I feel like Panama gets overlooked. At the time, I wasn't connected with you, but I reached out to another artist here in Panama, and I knew someone that knew him, so I told him, hey, can you get this artist or whatever to come?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Something happened to your transmission. No, it left. Oh, I don't. It's like an echo.
Really? How about now?
Yes, I don't know. It sounds like an echo.
Hold on. Let me know.
Or how much time do you have?
No, the time doesn't have anything to do with it. Oh my God, why? Hold
Now
on.
you came back. Start.
Okay.
Speak at the mic. Okay, all right.
Okay, you guys can hear me?
Yeah, now yes.
Okay. God. Okay. What was the last thing that you heard me say?
About the magazine.
Okay, yeah. So what happened was I had a YouTube tab open. That's why it started echoing. Okay, so can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Tell me if you guys can hear me. Okay, I'm good. Great.
Yeah.
All right, so basically with this artist or whatever, so I reached out to someone that knew him and I said, hey, can you get this artist? I have a friend that has a really reputable magazine. He has a huge following on Instagram and this could be really good for Panama because I'm very passionate about Panama, very, very passionate because as growing up, people didn't even know where the heck Panama was. Like they were like, what the hell is Panama? So I'm very passionate about Panama, Panama's culture, getting people. If I could help another Panamanian person get on, that is what my mission is right now in this path in my life, right? So he reached out to the artist manager and he's like, hey, do you want to go on this? Do you want to do this magazine? At first, the artist was like, yeah, I'm going to do the magazine. A week before I was supposed to submit the pictures, he didn't even have to do anything. All he had to do was send me a biography and a picture and he would have been on the magazine. He didn't have to do nothing. He didn't have to fly nowhere. Didn't have to do nothing. They backed out. So that was one person, and then I reached out to another artist who was upcoming, who is trying to get on the grind, and it was the same situation. So me looking at that made me feel like some artists are happy with just where they at. They don't want to expand their market. They're not interested in expanding their market. I don't know. I don't know if it's a click thing. I don't know if they
No,
don't.
is there management and people around them that they get why they want to put you in a magazine? They give you money. That's they think they ain't got nothing in their head. I'm telling you because it happened to me that I want to promote a girl or somebody to the United States, and they go round and round, and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting, and you know what I'm saying? It's look, all the numbers that you need of all the veterans, all the guys that sings, call me. I'll give you all the numbers. And because look, right now in Panama, people are trying to like separate the new artists from the veterans, and that's not nice.
Right,
That's not
exactly.
good. It's not good because United States are united. The Snoop Dogg to Little Dirk, and they might have the different, but they're united. Some so it's look. I got my name on Instagram. I got my number on Instagram. I got my Facebook. I put my number. People call me up. Some call me up to tell me that, hey, it's true that you started this. I say, yeah, why? No, okay. Nando Boom came 2-3 years after because I was the judge in a program, a concurso. I say concurso in English, in a talent show, and I was a DJ and I was one of the judge. And Nando Boom winning that in that talent show, and I had Del Daniel La Chica Lo Cafe taped already. You know what I'm saying? And in that show came Chicho Man with some other guys and some other singers and Coco Man. But Nando Boom is who win. And then after about 5-6 months after, he made a song called Mi Mujer Habla Así. You know what I'm saying? So people been asking stuff. Some call me to ask that. No, because I heard you were the number one. I said, I'm telling you what's the truth. Reggae didn't used to sound in Panama. We would hear it because we would buy our stuff and because we are black people and but you could not hear it on the radio. Most left the buses. Then when we start to do tapes and put that music on the buses, it came to be a big hit. And then after the radio put it on the radio, then after TV put it on TV. You know what I'm saying? So we made reggae music English first. English first. We made reggae music a big hit. And then came the songs like Pass the Dutchie, One Draw, you know what I'm saying? Then No Woman No Cry. And that was like, wow, this is something new. Then they had the good part and we had the bad part. The good part was something new that everybody loved, even the cholos, white or whatever. The bad part was that they had people that didn't want it to progress. They didn't want people like, oh no, we have to stop this stuff because we might get out of a job. So, we had a lot of bad stuff with the South. Some people used to pay, don't play that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we won, and we won, and we won, and there it is. So, if you're talking about reggae music, you got to talk about Jamaica. If you want to talk about reggae in Spanish, you got to talk about Panama.
Exactly.
And then after, you got to talk about Puerto Rico. Sometimes, but we have the Panamanian always we put reggae first because our family comes from Jamaica.
So this is what I'm gonna do, guys. Okay, and I'm looking directly in the camera, right? If you guys want me to do the documentary, you guys gotta get this video to 1,000 likes. Okay, if you get this video to 1,000 likes, I will work with Renato to put together this documentary with all the veterans, and we're gonna go into the depths on the start, okay? But you guys have to get this video to 1,000 likes. You need to like the video right now, and you need to share it, okay? We gotta get this video viral because people need to hear the truth, okay? And not from me, from the pioneer himself. So, get this video to 1,000 likes, guys. Get this video to 1,000 likes, and I will personally do this documentary. It's gonna take some time because getting everybody together, editing the video, which you guys know it's not easy, but I am willing to take on the responsibility. But you guys have to show me that you really want it. You just don't say, oh yeah, you should do this. And the only way that you're gonna show me that you really want it is getting this video to 1,000 likes, okay? This was amazing. We have been on here for almost 2 hours, so we're gonna close out this live. I want to thank every single body for participating in this live. Obviously, this is still going to stay on the channel, so you can share this video with other people if you choose to. And next Tuesday, we're going to have a live with a TikToker. She actually went from Uber driver to a TikToker, okay? And she's from Panama also. Obviously, she's from Panama. And she's going to be on next week, Tuesday, okay? So it says, what Alex says, we will wait for you in my Thames voice, okay? Oh, thank you, Alexis, for the super chat. I don't know if I said it already, but I want to thank you again for the super chat. And stay tuned for my next video next week. Not my live, my regular vlogs that I do. And then we're back on Tuesday with our regular lives. And again, guys, make sure you're hitting the like button on your way out and share. Thank you, Renato, for giving us so much gems and speaking your truth. You are a legend. I don't know if anybody told you this, but I'm going to tell you this while you're alive, because people only say nice things when you're alive. So I'm going to give you your flowers while you are alive, and I'm sure everybody else in this chat agrees that you deserve it. You are amazing, and you deserve so much more, and you will get the recognition that you deserve if I have to do it. Okay?
Thank you.
So thank you for coming on my little old channel. I know it's not MTV. Okay? I know it's not MTV.
But it's great, so don't worry about it. It's still great.
Okay? So...
And it will get bigger because you're doing something that most people are not doing. You're talking about Panama and what's going on and what went on. So you got another version of what's going on, of what it is.
Somebody said, Renato, eres grande. Aww. See, people love you. Let me tell you, when I told people that you were coming on, people were like, oh no, I gotta tune in. I don't go lives on Friday. I usually go lives only on Tuesdays. So the fact that people really stayed until today and really came in, I appreciate it. And that goes to show you how much they appreciate you.
Thank you. I gotta thank everybody too. And I know there's some people in the Panama parade. I have never been invited to one of those stuff, but I wish someday
you will
invite me to a Panama parade. I would like it.
Next year, we both gonna be there. Next year,
hope so.
From my mouth to God's ear, next year we will both be at the Panamanian parade, okay? So don't worry. All right, bye guys.
Bye, God bless.
Oh, let me do my outro.